Okay, now we're going to work on a salad dressing. Today I want sort of a sweet chipotle flavored dressing. And when you make salad dressings, really, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to use a few things out of the fridge that I know I need to get rid of. And this is a piece of homegrown cantaloupe melon that was not quite sweet enough, but I don't want to throw it away. So I'm going to put it inside my salad dressing. I'm also going to use some leftover homemade applesauce. Both of these are going to add a little bit of sweetness to the salad dressing. And I'm also going to add some Hannah white sweet potatoes to give it a little bit of substance. And I have some leftover corn water from some canned corn that I use, so I'm going to use that as some of my liquid since it's a little bit sweet. And the thing with salad dressings is you taste as you go along. There is no right or wrong. These are macadamia nuts. I store my nuts in the freezer. We have a cashew allergy in our family, so never use cashews or peanuts when we're around my grandchildren that are allergic. So I'm going to put a few macadamia nuts in here for a little bit of added depth and richness. Okay, and then you can always get your healthy omega-3s, your healthy fatty acids. I'm going to add some flaxseed, just because we all need to have flaxseed daily. And I have some leftover chickpeas. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in, sort of like adding my own hummus. Oh, speaking of hummus, I probably ought to go get some sesame seeds. Okay, I want some salt in there. I'm not going to add too much right now, but just a little bit. And definitely lemon and lime, because this is going on sort of a Mexican flavored. This is my lime juice, so I'm going to put lemon and lime in here. Okay, now I also have some of my pickled jalapeno juice that give it a little bit of spice. Not too much, but a little bit. And now for my flavors. Since I want this chipotle, I'm going to use some chipotle powder. And again, I'm going to taste this. If it's too hot and spicy, I'll add more sweet potato. A little bit of garlic. And I think smoked paprika might taste good in there too. Again, you really cannot go wrong with this. Okay, I'm going to start the blender and I'll be right back. Okay, we've blended it a few times and scraped down the sides. And one thing that I forgot to add, I ran and got it real quick, is I have some pineapple here. The actual pineapple is going to go into the kale salad, but it's got a lot of juice in here. So I'm going to take advantage of that sweetness and put that in there as well. We'll blend it real quick. Okay, let's taste it and see what we have. I like the color. We've got that chipotle color, and it's a little bit thick, but that's okay because kale salad, those leaves are pretty thick, and we want it to coat it really well. So let's taste that. Oh, that's really good. We've got depth. I think it needs a tad bit more salt. We don't want to oversalt it too much because we can salt our own servings. But I almost think it needs a little bit of spice. So I'm going to add a tad bit more of this pickled jalapeno juice. Okay. And we will blend that up. And if I needed more to thin it out, I could thin it out with water or with plant milk or with more of this corn water. Okay, I'm going to blend it up again. We just reblended it with that little bit of pineapple juice, and I'm going to call in my expert. Pat is here, and I'm going to have him taste test it to see, do we need more nuts for depth? Do we need more salt, more spice, more sweetness? Pat, what do you think? More chipotle powder to give it more of a chipotle taste?
I'd say if you're trying to make it a chipotle dressing, it needs a little more chipotle powder.
Okay, very
Right.
good. We'll add a little bit more chipotle.
And maybe a little garlic.
Oh, he's always big on the garlic, so let's give him a little bit more garlic. And thanks, Pat. And a little bit more chipotle powder. Okay. We will reblend that one more time, and we should be there. Okay. And here you go. Let me show you what it looks like up close. And here you go. Here's what we have for our Chipotle Ranch dressing. And let's go over it again one more time. I've got fruits in here to sweeten it. Okay. And I have, for depth and for consistency, I used some sweet potatoes. I used some chickpeas that were cooked. And I used some nuts. In this case, I used macadamia nuts because we have an allergy. To add a little bit more fat and some of our omega-3s that we need to get so much of, I added some flaxseed. And then I used both lemon and lime juice and the pineapple juice, you recall. I used a little bit of salt. And then I used some of our jalapeno pickle juice left over. Our pineapple juice, and then the spices I used were chipotle powder, smoked paprika, and of course garlic powder with a little bit of salt. So that's how you do it. You all get creative with your own salad dressings. It's not hard at all. Y'all have a great day.